Welcome back to the Me in the Making podcast, and I am your host, Melly Clay. This is a show about self discovery, introspection. It is about encouraging personal growth. And I have been on a bit of a break. Season 3 ended um, at this point about 6 weeks ago, and I have been giving myself a break, which it has been much needed. But now I am here to promote my book called When the Lights Come Up, and it is a short story. You can purchase it on Amazon. You can get a paperback copy or an ebook copy. And we're in a little bit of a different setting today. And this is a bonus little episode. So, my book that I had been telling you all about in the writing retreat episode is now released. I wrote a short story and I kind of mentioned it in the writing retreat episode where I'm talking about my process and everything. And the book is finally out. The short story is based on things that have happened in my life, and I have dramatized it, fictionalized it, but the true message of it all comes across in the story. So I would love it if you all could support me. You can buy it now on Amazon. You can buy a paperback copy. You can get the ebook, or you could get both. And also, I understand that Amazon, we are boycotting Amazon, but Amazon actually has a self-publishing arm that is very accessible to people like myself who are not trying to go through the traditional publishing route, but it is a relatively inexpensive way to publish your own works. So it's something that my editor had told me about and let me know that this is an accessible way. It's pretty easy, user friendly. And so while I'm not on the side of Amazon by any means, this is a way that I'm able to get my work published and for you all to be able to read, because as a Black woman, it is harder for me to get my work published through the traditional routes, and it takes a lot longer to do that. So this is just something that I wanted to get out there and have people be able to read, hopefully resonate with, and that it might relate to people, especially if you grew up in the American Christian church and, maybe had some experiences there where you weren't really feeling like you weren't really getting what had been advertised, essentially, with being inside of a church family. And it's something where I'm hoping that people who have had some of those experiences are able to see themselves in this work and to commiserate with each other and to kind of build a community from there. And to kind of give through this work, I'm giving myself a voice. And also through this work, I'm hoping that the people who have experienced some of these things are also feeling like they have a voice through the story. Also, dating. As someone who is a single woman living in a big city, sometimes it is difficult to date. And you might think, "Oh, that's kind of odd." I would think that it wouldn't be as difficult to date. But sometimes when there are so many options, people are they aren't so quick to want to make a decision and to settle down with someone. So there have been things in my life that I have experienced where dating hasn't always been as easy. And through a humor filled way, I'm expressing that frustration in the book. And also, as someone once again who grew up in the church and had certain expectations about the type of person that I should be dating, and also maybe that type of person I might have thought would have been at the churches that I was attending, and having a different experience with those expectations. And basically, the character is going through a coming of age view where, and it happens a little bit later in this character's life where maybe you think a coming of age story, you're thinking teenage, late teenage, like college age, but this character is going through a coming of age experience where this is happening a little bit later in her life. And so if you resonate with that, I think that you will really get some interesting insights out of this short story. And it's something that I have been thinking about, kind of marinating on. It was a little germ of an idea a few years ago. And through the writing retreat and this writing community called Push Your Pen on Patreon, it had, I was able to finally get down to business and express my experiences through this creative writing exercise. And the book is now finally released. The link is in the show notes. And yeah, it was such a cathartic, fun experience for me to get this out. And also it does feel like this is only the beginning for Jackie's story, as she's the main character figuring out her life essentially. And so it only kind of feels like the beginning for this character. So definitely stay tuned for more from Jackie as I continue to express my experiences through this medium. And there might be other mediums actually. I might not only be writing this in a short story fashion, there might be other types of media, potentially visual media, because I see this all literally, a lot of these things have happened to me. So I can see how these things have looked in my life. And so I do want to be able to translate that to you all as visually as well. And if you don't want to go the route of purchasing from Amazon, you can purchase directly from me. So please email me at melly@makingmepod.com for uh to get in touch with me, and we can work out the shipping and the cost and everything. And yeah, this has been such an amazing experience for me. And this is my first like published work. And so now I am officially an author, with which is something that I wasn't ever really necessarily striving for when I went to college for creative writing. It was more so to express my creativity, to learn more about the craft, but I wasn't necessarily sure how it would all kind of pan out. And I also went to film school. I also have been doing this podcast. I've also done some blogging, other types of writing to express myself. So I've now found another way to express myself through this short story. And I hope that it resonates with you all. Please let me know how you are receiving it. If you are able to purchase the book, I would love that, and just really love the support. Definitely review it on Amazon for other people to be able to find it. And thank you all so much for listening. This is a bonus episode to tell you all about my book. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed writing it and getting it all out on the page. Thank you so much.